Welcome to this weekend's edition of Mocs News. I'm Caitlin Klepper.
And I'm Sarah Cardona.
The search is still ongoing for missing UTC student Ali Ali. Ali is an international student from Sudan who went missing Monday, January 5th. Ali was reportedly seen earlier the day of his disappearance on UTC campus at the Fine Arts Center. He was later reported at the EMCS speaking with his professors, but was last seen by security cameras at the Stacey Town Center. Lieutenant John Bowe of the UTC Police Department tracked Ali's phone in order to pinpoint his footsteps the day of his disappearance, from around 10 that morning until 1:30 that afternoon. Officials lost contact with the phone after this time, though it could still be tracked.
In the event that it comes back on, either he powers it back up or turns it on or he uses it, then we'll be alerted to the fact that the phone has been activated again.
UTC police are currently working with the FBI, Homeland Security, and the Chattanooga Police Department to find Ali. Bowe encourages students to not fear for their own safety on UTC campus.
Oh no, we are in the safest environment possible. And I want to stress that. I mean, we take great pain, make great strides at making this environment safe for all individuals, whether they be students, faculty, or staff, to come here and pursue their educational goals.
For tips or information concerning Ali's disappearance, contact UTC Police Department at 423-425-4357 or the Chattanooga Police at 423-643-5000. Be sure to stay with Mocs News on this story as details become more available.
After years of construction, the new library is now open for students and faculty with many new additions that go beyond reach. With this being a huge step up from the Lupton Library, Mocs News reporter Tia Roach goes into detail on the new state-of-the-art asset on campus.
The new library is finally open and everyone's excited about all the new details it has to offer. With Mocs News, I'm Tia Roach. The new library has many new additions that students have look forward to. It is equipped with many small, medium, and large study rooms, practice presentation rooms, a media space, a grand reading room, and a new Starbucks. There's also a studio on the third floor for students to access.
We do so many things here. Like we have a 3D printer here, communication majors, art majors, whoever you are, you can come in here, use Adobe Creative Suite. We have Premiere, Illustrator, all the good stuff. We have a green screen in the back, and we have an audio room. We just have tons and tons of stuff here that students are more than welcome no matter what their majors are.
Students have been satisfied with the various views and study rooms that the library has to offer.
I like it. It's nice, and there's a lot more room to go find places to study, which is cool, because that sucked last semester, having to go search throughout the entire library for like an hour trying to find one desk. Yeah. So that's a big improvement.
There's a room on the 4th floor, and it has a entire overview of entire downtown, and pretty much it's like a study room kind of, and so I thought that was a cool room.
Dean of the library, Teresa Ledka, explains the process of how the structure came to be.
And this has been a project that we got funded for the project close to 8 years ago, and we had nothing planned. I mean, it was one of those, we put it on a list, and then Governor Bredesen funded 3 additional university buildings that year, and we were the 8th one, and we were the last one funded. So at that point, there was a campus committee that came together. They went and looked at other new libraries, looked at other universities and kind of what they were doing, and they sort of came together and decided what was going to go into the space.
Ledka says the feedback from students and faculty has been positive and that there's more from the library to come.
Really hope we created spaces for every type of student learner, whether you're I like to study with a group, or I like to be an individual, or I like to see and be seen. There's a ton of different spaces in this building, and it's sort of an exploration process as you discover them, where you're going to find your niche. It's whether it be the quiet lounges, or we've got these great little reading balconies that sit off the front of the building that have these great brick walls and a total glass front. It's like you're floating in the air. But if you dislike heights, or that's not a space you're going to like. So I think students and faculty will gradually explore and kind of find their different favorite spaces that they're going to kind of work in and out of.
The Office of Multicultural Affairs sponsored Jeff Johnson, an award-winning journalist, on his visit to campus Monday. Johnson is a former BET host and MSNBC contributor. His day was full of events, including a Q&A interview with Brittany King on The Perch and a book signing. Johnson spoke to students about how they should be proactive if they want to see change. He also talked about the importance of taking care of yourself and being the best you can be. Johnson is now a partner and chief strategy for the Baltimore-based branding firm Illume Communications.
The Campus Activities Board has a number of events planned for students this semester. UTC CAB is an organization that promotes unity on campus by planning movie nights, comedy shows, and other events to encourage students. UTC students were asked to opt in this semester, which helped determine how their money should be used. Opting in allows for CAB to put in on more interactive events. Director of Finance and Communications, Monique Brown, told us about the big event this spring.
CAB Week, that's something that we're really pushing this year. It's gonna be April 13th is when it starts, and we're having like the casino night, photo booth, and all that kind of stuff. We're having something like pretty much every night of that week, so it'll be a nice little relief, before exams and that type of thing.
To keep up with all the events, be sure to check out CAB on Twitter and Instagram at UTC CAB. UTC students received more on campus than the highly anticipated new library. The Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security has located a driver license renewal self-service kiosk in the University Center in the lower gallery. The location is ideal for students who receive their driver's license at 16 and will need to renew the license during their sophomore or junior year. The kiosk makes what usually takes a few hours at the DMV much simpler and more accessible to students. For more information, you can go to the department's website found at tn.gov.
That does it for this edition of Mocs News. Thank you for joining us. Check out our updates on our YouTube.
We air on the UTC TV channel 2.1, so tune in and have a great weekend here from all of us at Mocs News.